Alexis here with Jam with Latin, and I'm on video number 3. Today's video is about nouns, and our nouns are going to be in the first declension. Remember, these videos are just about vocabulary, so if you want to dive into Latin, join one of my classes at jamwithlatin.com. So I said we're talking about first declension nouns today, and they all have the same ending as terra. I told you about terra the other day. Well, the patterns today are going to be the exact same. We're going to have our cases in our singular and the plural. And remember, our cases tell us the jobs or roles of a noun in a sentence. Nominative, subject, genitive, possessive, dative, indirect object, accusative, direct object, and ablative, object of the preposition. Our singular noun endings, so the endings is what's going to go change to show us the different roles or jobs of the noun in the sentence, is like Alexis, I am, like father, then I, aurum, is, as, is. Now that we know our endings, let's add them to the stem of the 4 nouns we're going to talk about today. Okay, so all nouns have stems, and I like to think of my nouns as a plant. Now, a plant has a stem growing above the ground, but underground are the roots, and the roots for that plant are all going to be the same. They're going to branch out and be slightly different, but they're going to stay the same. So here on my little picture, I'm going to fly in my first declension endings, because even though my stems are going to be different today, the roots are going to stay the same. In the singular, we have like Alexis, I am, like father. In the plural, we have I, aurum, is, as, is. Now, our words are all going to be feminine today, so they're all going to be on a pink flashcard. I know this because the nominative, subject, genitive, possessive on the front of my card show me the declension is first declension and it's feminine. Now, how do I find my stem? Well, I cover the genitive ending, and that gives us our stem. I said victōria, victōriae. That's the classical pronunciation with the w sound. But if we said this with an English translation, victory, that would give us our actual translation. Victory is the translation of this word. So we'll put the translation in the top, and then we have our cases going down in the singular, and they repeat in the plural, so I don't rewrite them. And it's victōria, victōriae, victōriae, victōriam, victōria, like father, victōriae, victōriarum, victōris, victōras, victōris. Victory. The next one is silva, silvae, again with the w sound, first declension feminine. We cover the genitive ending, and we get silv as the stem. Silva, silvae translates to forest. And we have our cases. Nominative is silva, genitive is silvae, dative is silvae, accusative is silvaem, and ablative is silva. Then silvae, silvarum, silvis, silvas, silvis. Forest. Our next one is pretty easy as well. It's glōria, glōriae. And we cover that genitive and we get glory. And that's one of our translations again today. So the translation of this word has 2 English translations. And sometimes a Latin word can have more than one translation. And that's okay. So it is fame or glory, which was the stem, right? So glōria, glōriae, glōriae, glōriam, glōria, glōriae, glōriarum, glōris, glōrias, glōris. Our last noun for today is prōvincia, prōvinciae, again with the w sound, but this one is quite long, and so it might be a little bit harder to make your flashcards. Just take your time, and we're going to find the stem by covering our genitive, and we have pro. And then V-I-N-C-I. So I'm going to break this down into parts. P-R-O is going to be the first part. And you can see in this picture I've added here that I first wrote the P-R-O all the way down my card, and then the V-I-N, and then the C-I all the way down, and then I added my endings. A, I am, I, arum, is, as, is. And then I had the complete word for prōvincia, prōvinciae, the complete declension. Our final word today is not a noun. It is an adverb. And adverbs modify verbs. They tell us more about verbs. So this adverb is used quite often. It is non. Non is on a yellow card because it helps out verbs, and it translates to not. Now, in Latin, you will just see non, but when you translate to English in an English sentence, you might need to add the helping verbs do, does, or did. So add them to your cards and try each one out as you go. We will have a singular version and a plural version, and that will depend on the verb itself. So just have that on your card. When you get there, you will know how to use them. That is it for today. I hope you are enjoying Jam with Latin. Please like and subscribe, and if you need to dive into Latin more, join me at jamwithlatin.com.